I listen to the show every single day.
Breakfast Club?
God damn it, the Breakfast Club. Put that ass up on the Breakfast Club.
Made it! You can't say Breakfast Club without the Breakfast Club.
You're like this rare air.
You got platforms and partners all over the place because your demand is so high. People want to be in business with the Breakfast Club. I don't think white people know how popular you guys are.
DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, you guys really are like the hip-hop early morning, late night talk show.
Y'all know what y'all talking about.
Good morning, USA. Yo 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 yo.
Jess is on maternity leave. We got Lauren LaRosa here. Good morning, Lauren.
Hey, twin. Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday. Good morning. What's happening? How y'all feel out there, man? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored here for another day to serve. What's happening?
Good morning. What's up, Lauren?
Not much. How y'all feel? I feel great. Today is the official first week of me being back.
Okay,
Yes.
drop on the clues bombs for LL Cool Bay, Lauren London LaRosa,
Yeah.
Lauren London.
Delaware's new.
You ain't letting me that go, huh?
What? What?
It was yesterday.
I like it though.
You done went to sleep, woke up. Hopefully you showered again.
I did shower.
And you still ain't letting it go.
No, I can't let it go. I thought it was great. I think that if you the Delaware new, we need to rep. You know what I'm saying?
We need to rep is insane.
We need to rep.
My gosh. All right. Well, Lauren LaRosa and myself have the same shirt on this morning.
Yes, I turned mine around
She turned
because
hers
I'm
around.
like, I don't want us to be sitting here matching.
Right.
But shout out to Godspeed. I knew this morning, I swear, when I put this outfit on, I'm like, I hope Envy don't come in looking like this because this is like your normal like go-to.
Well, if y'all shop at the same stores, then it's like this. It's a seasonal clothes.
Correct.
9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna wear the same thing.
Yeah, salute to Godspeed. Godspeed to some brothers from Queens that have their own clothing line. Everybody's wearing it. A lot of people are wearing it now. Lauren and I have the same shirt on. I've been repping them for a long time. They just from my borough, Queens, and anybody from Queens that's black, you try to support, and they make some really, really dope quality clothes. So we have the same shirt on. She turned hers around though. That neck's gonna be bothering you in a little bit because
I don't know why you did that. Why did you do that?
Because I don't want us to be sitting here matching in the photos. It's gonna be weird.
Why is it weird? Y'all got on the same uniform.
you're part of the Casey crew now. Just you're part of the Casey crew. You're matching.
Y'all do be matching.
We match.
That's why it don't bother you because you used to matching with like 8 people.
It don't bother me.
It don't bother me. With like 8 people.
It don't bother me. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. When we come back, Morgan will be joining us. We got some front page news. I'm sure she'll be breaking down Donald Trump, Biden, Kamala Harris, and everything political.
It is a presidential election season, so I understand that.
All right. We'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa's filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Morning, Morgan.
Morgan doing a body wine. Why you doing a body wine before
Yes.
It's
Gotta
Friday.
get early. It's Friday.
you got sexy news to deliver or something?
Yes. Cheers to the freaking weekend. Let's get into it, though, y'all. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris held their first joint rally since the president ended his 2024 re-election bid. Speaking in Prince George's County, where I'm from the Prince George's County Community College in Maryland, the two leaders highlighted their efforts to cut Medicare prices for popular drugs. Let's hear more from Vice President Kamala Harris.
In the United States of America, no senior should have to choose between either filling their prescription or paying their rent. Big Pharma has often inflated the price of life-saving medications, often charging many times what it would cost to make just to increase their profits.
That's what people want to hear. As long as you are having conversations about things that keep money in folks' pockets or make things that they need more affordable, you will always get the ears of the people. People will always pay attention.
Now, Charlamagne, I know you might not want to hear from President Biden, but he also was there too. He is still our president, and he had some comments to say. He said this shouldn't be a concern, and added that he does have the utmost confidence in Harris to be the next president. So let's hear from Biden.
Kamala and I both get it. We know it isn't just about health care. It's about your dignity. No, it's about your dignity. It's about peace of mind. It's about security. It's about taking care of your family. Folks, I have an incredible partner. the progress we made. She's going to make one hell of a president.
Well, that's nice of him to say.
Cool.
Yeah, so VP Harris is also expected to lay out economic policies during a campaign stop today in Raleigh, North Carolina.
I'll tell you one thing, too. The VP may not be doing any interviews, but she sure got a mean ground game. You know, and I hope when she goes to these places like, like Maryland, she's not just doing rallies. I hope she's going out to local establishments and shaking hands and kissing babies, because that goes a long way.
But it also seems to me that she talks about all the things that she wants to do when she's in office, and the first thing she wants to do, and what she wants to increase and how she wants to help. But it seems like to me she's talking about all the things that we expected Joe Biden to do that they didn't do.
Well, no, they did do. That's why what she was talking about just now was prices that they've actually negotiated. She didn't say they want to do it. She said they have negotiated it.
Yeah, speaking of which, the Biden administration says it actually has negotiated lower prices on 10 drugs commonly used by Americans on Medicare. Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra says it almost took a year of negotiations to arrive at the news. Let's hear more from HHS Secretary Becerra.
The savings are significant, more than what the Congressional Budget Office, the budget estimator for Congress, said it would be. We would love it to be September 1st, 2024, but you have to give time for the new pricing to take into to get inputted into the system all over the country.
I don't know about that part, but no,
it takes time to put in the system.
Yeah, it takes a little time. So it takes about a year and a half, 2 years. So the discount will take effect 2026 and will save enrollees an estimated $1.5 billion.
I feel like we ain't get. For some reason, I feel like I don't know.
We discount takes a year and a half.
We getting there.
But I mean, at least it'll be coming. But also, too, you got to look at
crazy.
You got to think. You got to things like
that sound crazy.
Look at things like the Inflation Reduction Act. You know what I'm saying? Nearly 4 million seniors on Medicare with diabetes started to see their insulin costs capped at $35. That happens in
exactly. And in fact, like you said, insulin is included in that. Some of those other drugs, Januvia, Jardiance, Eliquis, and these are drugs that help with cancers and heart disease, all types of different ailments, diabetes, all types of different things. So it's I'm sure a lot of people could stand to benefit from that. Moving on, the family of Sonia Massey and their attorneys are pushing for legislation that would strengthen Illinois' SAFE-T Act. The legislation would create a national database for police officers that would include infractions like DUIs. The measure is designed to prevent the hiring of officers like former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson, who is charged in the July 6th fatal shooting death of Sonia Massey. Now, Grayson had 2 DUIs before becoming an officer. Massey's family members also applaud the retirement of Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell, calling it the first step towards real change. So, yeah.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you. So in the next hour, we'll hear more comments from former President Donald Trump and his VP running mate, and there's an update in the Jordan Childs medal debacle.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. It's a Friday. Let us know how you're feeling. Again, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Tanisha.
Hey, Tanisha, good morning. Get it off your chest.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm talking about the Michael Rubin, and I know that he apologized, but he had no right saying that because we've been in 400 years of slavery, and then after the 400 years, we had segregation, and then we still have systematic racism, and then we still have them taking away things like the DEI, and every time we try to make progress, Tulsa, Rosewood, they try to block us. So it's not as easy as just saying, oh, let's help each other out. Of course we would like to, but, and then Jews and the Palestine, he needs to worry about that and not worry about what we have going on because we have suffered very long. And it's not going to just take a couple of years to fix it.
I agree with that, but I will say, in a lot of ways, it is as easy as us helping each other out because based on everything that you just said, we know the opposition that is against us, so we should have unity and group operation. We should not be going at each other's necks and trying to tear each other down and trying to take each other's heads off.
Yeah, but you know what?
It is. It's in a lot of ways. It is as easy as us just coming together because we really all we got is us.
But what he said, like people are missing the message and attacking him for what he said. But we should be getting to the truth of it, and we should be like, yeah, we should be supporting each other. We should be helping each other. We should be trying not to tear down each other. That's what people are missing.
Low key, he took a bullet because it's not like I don't think there's nobody that felt like he meant malice in what he was saying.
He said. Not
people are just upset that he's white and he's saying it, and I understand that, and we all agreed in the room like, oh,
I don't understand that.
I understand it because
all I hear is people saying that he shouldn't have said it because he's white, but I ain't hear nobody say he's not telling the truth.
Oh,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I understand
so I don't get caught up in
saying it because he's white.
I don't get caught up in the messenger of it all. I get caught up in what he said, and I'm not gonna be mad at somebody for saying something that I say all the goddamn time.
What he said was absolutely true, and I understand slavery and all that stuff, but that don't mean that has nothing to do with some of the stuff that not have nothing to do with. I don't know.
Hello, who's this?
You just gave up on your own.
I just was thinking about my mentions yesterday. I'm like, I don't feel like these people.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Keith from Brooklyn. You heard?
I hear you smoking early this morning. Wake and bake.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the best way to listen to the Breakfast Club.
Smoking that Reggie.
Yeah, all right, chill.
Don't let him do that to you. What's
Look
up,
at that
brother?
gas. Yo, I just want to get this off my chest, man, in reference to the Michael Rubin thing. I'm really getting tired of us in the black community feeling like we're above critique when it comes to people outside of our community. I feel like we could learn and build ourselves up by taking the critique, because a lot of the critique that Michael Rubin had, we already have ourselves inside the community. So I don't see nothing wrong with him saying what he said as a black person.
I agree with you. Mm-hmm.
Unless it came from a malicious place, and that wasn't a malicious place from Michael.
I mean, it made me feel.
He seems like a real genuine guy. He reminds me of a lot of white people that I be at the bar with every week.
See, I don't just be at the bar with white people, and I liked him.
Well, that's your problem.
No, it's not.
That's
exactly.
You get out your bubble.
No, listen, it's not about.
Stop letting them roast you up there, Lauren.
It's not getting out my bubble. I'm just saying, like, I'm not I don't have a lot of white friends on the daily, but like when I spoke to him, I was like, yo, he has good intentions. Like he seems like a good person.
I don't even care about him. I mean, I do. Michael Rubin, my guy, but I'm just simply saying. I say the same things all the time about us, true. And I'm not getting caught up in who the messenger was. I'm more focused on the message, and let's fix it. Let's continue to do things that we are. Let's continue to do things to fix those issues that he's talking about, because we know the problems exist.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
It's Keith.
Keith, what's up? Get it off your chest.
What's going on with the DJ Henry? Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, brother.
Peace, King.
Morning.
Hey, Charlamagne, I've called up there 472 times since your birthday, man.
Well, thank you, brother, for your commitment.
I'd appreciate it if you checked out my Instagram page.
Okay, what is it?
I got an Instagram page called The Cake FX. I made you a cake for your birthday.
You made me a cake?
Did he get the cake?
Did he blow out the candles?
Yes, sir. No, I ain't do all that. I let the candles burn out.
Well, thank you for baking me a cake. What the cake at now?
Birthday was like 2 months ago.
I can make it again.
What you do with the cake that you made for?
Where you live at, bro?
Man, you gotta check the cake out. I'm calling from Atlanta.
All right, what's the page?
This is awkward.
The Cake FX. I'd appreciate it. You just double tap it for me.
Yeah, I don't believe that you actually made me a cake. I believe that you just saying that, but I'm gonna go look. The Cake FX.
What photo did you use on the cake?
Check the cake out. Yes, sir.
What picture you use on the cake?
What picture did I use?
Yeah.
How you know I use a picture? You looking at it?
No, most people put pictures on birthday cakes now.
Wow, this is dope. This ain't real. This AI.
Bro, that's real.
I don't believe this. Ain't no way you make this big ass cake. That's AI.
Oh, I thought you said it's AI because you look good.
I made it, man. Check out the rest of the page, man.
Let me see. That ain't real.
I know it ain't real.
That's like a wedding cake.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, though. I mean, he do make cakes, though, but that don't look real.
He made it just to make it? Hello, who's this?
DJ Envy, Charlamagne, the God, Lauren. Good morning.
What's up, my brother?
What's good? How's everything, y'all? Listen, man, how's it going, man? It's been a little bit, man.
It's been a second, man.
Listen. First and foremost, listen, I just want to shout out Jess Hilarious, man. May God continue to bless her and the family with the new bundle of joy that's coming, man. And I just want to also shout out the whole Breakfast Club staff one time, man. Everybody behind the scenes. People don't know what it takes to keep a well-oiled machine running.
such as the Breakfast Club. So shout out to them, enough respect. Y'all know, but it's Friday, baby, man. It's bar time, kid.
Bar time, let's do it.
Hey, check it. I said, yo, it's a grind thing. Ain't been the same, just peep slang, catch change. When you're 16, it's octane, out the loop. Stay low key, stacking the stash money. OT, taking me back to mass with packs on me. Gotta do them dirty, lay them out for surgery. Signing the PC, the first stop, infirmary. I'm slogan B, verbal assault. Just arithmetic, got drums equipped with a kit, strapped with 2 sticks, taking trips, stamping on passport. They hating on a kid, I'm elevating on transport. Me and Diamond wrap around suites with that good view. Vegas nights, waiting on that butler to come through. We comfortable. After this verse, it's lights out. Can't know what they doing, taking layups that pat route. But me, I'm for the win. Jay Moran, just banging out. The spit or quit, I'm campaigning outside the White House. What they talking about? OG.
OG, I got some bars. OG, you ready?
Let's do it, baby.
From the
Yes,
Mike
sir.
Rubin interview, Charlotte likes the hugs from the back. He liked them hugs like a fiend like crack.
Ooh.
We all know Charlotte really, really, really like the blow. I'ma pause all it today because tomorrow's my car show.
Boom.
Bars.
That's so corny. Okay, I got some.
Okay.
LL Cool Baby, lying like hell, saying she knew I don't know who tell. Oh, I meant told her that she looked like Lauren London. That's dumb. More like Lauren Wilmington.
Shout out the women in Delaware and the building. Drop a bomb.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend. Blessings to y'all and family.
All right, bro. All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up.
Yes, we do. We are going to be sending a rest in peace to Beat King and getting into the Michael Rubin conversation.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Every morning I come in here and there's somebody trying to tell me that I'm not handsome. Why?
That's facts.
Well,
That's love, baby. That's honesty.
Y'all can believe whatever y'all want to believe, okay? I don't need none of y'all validation. You hear me?
You got to know what energy you giving out because that's what you getting back.
Okay, no.
That's
okay,
not a hate.
Delaware,
It's a
Lauren
critique.
London.
Remember we just said it. They're not tearing a brother down. They just critiquing you.
That's how I feel when I tell you about your beard.
No, that's hate.
No, that's not hate. You come in here with a half drawn on beard.
That's hate.
And then wonder why people say
That's
something
hate.
about it.
Critique is one time. When you keep going, it's hate.
No.
Yes.
When your beard look like AI, somebody needs to say something. Okay?
It's not giving AI today.
Yes, it does. All ink. Okay?
No, it's
All
not.
ink.
Look.
Okay?
And that done wiped off.
Now look
Exactly.
I did check.
Now you can do fingerprints.
Yo, shut up. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies, don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back.
And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So first up, in sad news, sending a rest in peace to Beat King, who is a Houston legend, producer, artist. It was confirmed yesterday by his manager and then also to his girlfriend that he had passed away. At this time, there is no information out there about what was the cause of death.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are so many people online mourning because he was just such a big part of like that Southern sound and people's music careers for some time. You have Slim Thug who posted and said legendary Texas rapper B King
And producer, yeah.
And yes, Bun B posted and just talked about, you know, how it's always the good ones, how this hurts. He was such a good spirited person. Erica Banks posted and talked about how full of life he was. And crazy enough, he had just popped up on my timeline. I think it was like last week. He had posted a photo with his daughter. He has two daughters that he's now survived by.
That's horrible,
and they're
man.
older. You know what I mean? So that's going to be tough for them to have to get through. But we have found a tweet. I'm not for sure when this was tweeted, but I was like, man, it's kind of crazy how these things happen. So B King had actually tweeted, every June 27th or December 4th, I think about my legacy. I'm trying to leave. I'm not for sure why those two dates. When I die, I just want B King sets played in the clubs every weekend. So make sure y'all are, you know, saluting him, showing him some love, playing the music, and boy, do he got some hits.
Yeah, I wish
He's
we
only 39 years old.
I wish we
man.
would have had some in his system so people could, you know, understand the the amount of music that he produced, and as far as DJs are concerned, I mean, we play all his records all the time, so he'll definitely be missed. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know the brother, but 39 years old, 2 daughters, man. Rest in peace to him. Sending healing energy to him and his family. 39 is very, 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 very young.
Super
like life
young.
is just getting started at 39.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep. So moving on into other stuff. So yesterday, Michael Rubin, who was up here with us in conversation, had to come on Twitter and apologize for some comments that he made while he was here. Let's take a listen to the comments first, and then I'll get into the apology.
So one thing I've learned about black culture that I don't like is that black hate on hate.
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier, and I wanted you to expound on that. You said you don't like to see black people tearing down other black people.
Yeah, it's horrible. Two of you guys know me pretty well. Anything I can ever help with, I'm always there. Like, why does someone want to bring somebody else down? Let's try to build everybody up. Like, I want everyone around me to do great. There's a little bit, and you tell me, you guys correct me if you think I'm wrong. I think there's a little bit of a black culture of like, it's black hate on hate. It's like that black judge that Meek had that hated on him and wanted to go extra hard on him. Okay. It's like, it's what people always say to me. It's like black hate on hate. And so I think it's terrible. I think it's something that I think it's culturally wrong, and I'm probably get killed for saying this because
I'm glad you're saying it openly. If this is the conversations that are being had,
have it all the time.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, so I think it's wrong. I think like, why do you not want to build everyone up around you? Why do you not want everyone around you to do great?
So after this interview aired, of course, and he knew it. He said it. He said, "I'm gonna get killed for this." That's exactly what started happening. But there were a lot of people online also too agreeing with him with what he said as well too. But it was controversial, right? So Michael Rubin came out yesterday with a tweet. He said, "I got a phone call from one of the people I have the most respect for in the world. They told me while they appreciate my intention, it's not my place to speak on black culture. I get it and really appreciate the input. My intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other, stop hate on each other, and push each other to win, and always root for each other's successes. My bad, much love, appreciate the feedback." And then he tagged all of us so that we saw it. And then that reignited all of the conversation about, was he out of place for speaking on different things? I know Schoolboy Q had tweeted and like reposted the video and was like, "I'm cool off this app. There's no such thing as black on black anything. I'm gone." Meek also tweeted and spoke out. He said Rubin shouldn't be saying that type of stuff out loud. A black man is supposed to, but nobody be saying it. It's like we only collab on songs, women, and parties. He be hearing my friends getting murdered. Like, why, Meek? I can't explain it to him in a sensible way. Then Meek said, "Y'all let somebody paid promo a video of me bunny hopping from a 5-year-old video. Silly bet. I'm a real don in the trenches, and I'm a real top tier black man that get respect in the rooms of many wealthy people. It overwhelms me at times. I run away from it." The fact I got through that tweet so swiftly, shout out to me. But basically Meek's point is like, Meek saying he felt like Michael Rubin shouldn't have been the one that had to say it, but he did, and he explained why. Like, these are the conversations we had with him, and he doesn't understand it because from his perspective, he wants everybody around him to win.
Yeah, Meek said Michael shouldn't have said that out loud. Michael said one of his friends called and said that wasn't his place to say it, but guess what? None of those people said he lied. Because he didn't. Now, I'm not into broad generalizations because we know all black people don't hate each other. We know all black people don't tear each other down, but it does happen enough for him to make that observation, and it happens enough for us to have those conversations amongst each other. And as I told him, if those are the conversations they're having in private, bring it to the forefront. We know what it is. We know why it is white supremacy. And I would rather focus on what he said, which is let's continue to push each other up. I'd rather focus on that.
Well, he said it really defending Meek because he's seen Meek's career and he's seen how people turned on Meek from the bunny hopping thing to him hugging little baby, and how we attack each other for no reason. Like, there's no proof that Meek was anything, but everybody made fun of him. Everybody joked him, and that could hurt Meek's business. But what he said was absolutely positively right. Let's not sit here and say it wasn't right. It was right.
Now, one of the arguments that people were making when this apology got tweeted out was, well, he needs to mind his business and talk about his own people and what they have going on. And I think people took it as him saying this only happens in black culture, and that's not what he said.
We literally had a conversation about Jewish people hating on other Jewish people. He started talking about people saying he's a bad Jew.
They only took that one little clip, though. That's the problem.
Because of how much he support black people. We literally had that conversation right after.
Correct.
The black conversation.
And I remember because when he said it, the first thing I thought of is like, I know he's not saying only we do this. And then you said that's not only in black culture. Like, we went into that
whole conversation.
Yeah, so I think people missed that part. But like I said, I don't, and I tweeted back to him. I don't think that what his intention was not harmful at all. People are just mad at the messenger.
I don't have any problem with critique. I don't have any problem with people being held accountable if they do something foul. To me, that's not hate. But we all know exactly what Michael Rubin was talking about because we talk about it amongst ourselves. And anyone who doesn't acknowledge that isn't actively trying to fix it.
Well,
and that is Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. All right, now when we come back, we got front page news. Morgan will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess.
Yes, sir.
And let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. So, former President Donald Trump says the Biden administration's economic policies, policies have totally failed. He made the comments during a news conference from Bedminster, New Jersey. Trump said the worst is yet to come if Kamala Harris is elected president in November. Let's hear more from the former president, Trump.
We're a failing nation because of the way it's been run for the last 3.5 years. We're a failing nation. Kamala Harris is a radical California liberal who broke the economy, broke the border, and broke the world, frankly. She destroys everything she touches. And if she wins, your finances and your country will never recover. You're never going to recover. A radical left person wants to put price controls all over the place, which will end up driving up your prices, not down your prices.
So Trump, of course, argued that Americans are spending significantly more under the Biden-Harris administration and accused the vice president of breaking the economy and the southern border.
I'm just happy everybody is talking about the economy. That is what folks want to hear about.
Who?
That's it. It's how are you going to put more money in people's pockets and how are you going to keep people safe? You talking about those two issues, whoever's talking about those two issues the most, whoever's got the best plans for those two issues, that's who's going to win the election come November.
No disrespect to car salespeople, but they sound like car salespeople. It sounds like this is what we talk about every 4 years, and a lot of people, we never see changes in it. Like, it seems like the food prices continually get high. It seems like interest rates, prices continually get high, and it seems like the border never gets fixed. It seems like we talk about the same thing every 4 years.
Yeah, but guess what? People will say when Trump was in office, they felt like they had more money in their pocket. Why? Because they received stimulus checks.
Correct.
Why? Because they got PPP loans. But like I keep telling them over and over, it took a global pandemic for that to happen.
Right.
People had to actually die for that to happen. But you cannot ever discount how people feel. People will forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. People remember that feeling of like they had more money in their pocket during that time.
Yeah. Speaking of feelings, a lot of people are not really feeling Tim Walz. Republicans, in fact, they're calling out Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, over his military record while campaigning in New Kensington, Pennsylvania yesterday. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance accused Walz of lying about his service in the Army National Guard. Now, after going after Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate over his military record, let's go ahead and hear from J.D. Vance. Run that audio from Vance.
Tim Walz said that he carried a weapon in war. He never went to war. Tim Walz said that he didn't know his unit was about to deploy to Iraq when even his own press release at the time said that he knew exactly that. Tim Walz claimed to be a command sergeant major, even had it printed on his challenge coins, and he knew he never achieved that rank. Kamala Harris, showing terrible judgment, has decided that her way out of this political problem is to claim that she and Tim Walz are the victims.
Yeah, so Vance accused Walz of inflating his credentials and claimed that he abandoned his unit ahead of deployment to Iraq. That was in 2005 when he left the Army National Guard and decided to run for Congress. Vance said he did that to avoid serving in a war zone. Now, Walz served in the Army National Guard for 24 years and again left service to run for Congress in May of 2005.
Can we stop letting J.D. Vance and others stray away from the message Tim Walz was delivering? No, Tim Walz said those weapons of war he may or may not have carried, right, should not be in the hands of civilians. Can we talk about that?
The policies.
Can we talk about that? That's where that whole statement and all of this came from. But for the past week and a half, we've gotten, distracted talking about, what Tim Walz may or may not have done in the military. The moral of the story is, can we talk about what he was actually talking about, which is those weapons of war that he may or may not have carried should not be in the hands of civilians.
And there are some military members who feel like this is a case of stolen valor, so I won't get too much into that.
But hasn't Donald Trump disrespected our troops at one time? Said
He does it
Oh
all
yeah,
the time.
called them
He does it all the time. So
suckers, losers, and suckers.
Yeah, right. So I ain't gonna say what's the difference, but he's done it 10
Once
times
again,
worse.
Distracted from the message. Can we talk about the fact that weapons of war should not be in the hands of civilians?
I was going to say earlier, I like how you keep bringing it back around.
I love listen.
Yeah,
by the way, that's one of the
love
things
what
I
you
love about Republicans. They will forget what you want to talk about.
That's right.
Forget your issue that you want to talk about. You going to talk about what we gonna make you talk about what we want you to talk about.
Well, I'd like to talk about U.S. gymnast Jordan Childs. She's speaking out, or not so much speaking out, but breaking her silence on social media per se. Now, U.S. gymnast Jordan Childs says the decision to strip her of her bronze medal just feels unjust. She addressed the controversy in a statement posted on social media Thursday, saying, "I am confronted with one of the most challenging moments of my career." On Sunday, the International Olympic Committee announced it would reallocate the floor routine exercise bronze medal to the Romanian gymnast Ana Barbosu after a ruling by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Now, the CAS found an inquiry into Child's score made by the U.S., which was submitted after the 1 minute deadline. However, USA Gymnastics said it has video evidence that proved otherwise, but the CAS would not hear the appeal. Childs ended the statement by saying she believes the people in control will do the right thing. Now, usually in this case, I mean, if it's a matter of score on the organization's part, that will just award both people with the medal. So I think that's the right thing to do, but we'll see what continues to transpire in regards to this. This is just a really sad situation for her because, you know, imagine the wave of emotions where you go up and down anyways.
Yeah, I agree with Jordan Childs. I don't understand how she got script because the judges messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then they got video proof that it was given before that minute mark, so it shouldn't be an issue at all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then it's in front of the world, too.
Yeah.
Everybody weighing in.
And so, you know, yes, well, she said she was taking a break on social media for obvious reasons for this. Of course, you know, this is something that she had to address. So,
by the way, that don't happen in no other sport. I mean, if you know, there's plenty of times you go back and you look at a call in football or basketball or baseball, and you know the call was wrong, but the game over.
Well, they got a lot of the instant replay stuff now that they can go back and look at the camera and check out.
They don't change it after the game over. What are you talking about? I'm talking about when you're watching the game and there's a bad call, and then everybody see that the ref missed the call, and then once the game is over, the game is over.
Right.
Like, you don't go back and be like,
you don't take
no.
the win.
No.
Yeah, that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. You can follow me on socials at Morgan Media. And of course, make sure you're checking out the Black Information Network at Black Information Network for more news coverage and live updates from the Democratic National Convention. We're headed out there. Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen, or visit BINnews.com. Happy Friday, y'all.
All right.
Friday.
Thank you, Morgan. All right, thank you, Morgan. Now, Meek Mill recently said he wanted to ask Kamala a couple of questions. He said if he had a chance to sit down with her, he would ask her 3 questions. So let's take it out of Meek Mill. Pause. We're asking you guys out there, if you could ask Kamala Harris one question, what would it be?
You know why I like this? I like this because, you know, everybody says Kamala's not doing interviews, you know, even though she's busy being a vice president and running for president, and she's on the ground in a lot of different places. But I like this because she will be ready for what people want to ask her.
That's right. That's
you
true.
know, because we are taking our own poll from our people, and she'll be ready. She'll know what people want to ask her when she does get out there and start doing interviews, which will probably be after the convention.
So let's do it. 800-585-1051. If you can ask Kamala Harris one question, Vice President Kamala Harris one question, what would it be? Call us up right now. Let's discuss.
Can you ask about the silk press?
You better not ask one of them questions. You better not ask about that silk press.
All right.
Why we need to build a wall around some of y'all?
Around her, Delaware.
Some of y'all.
Oh, some of y'all.
Some of y'all. I mean, you're Negroes. Just some of y'all.
Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess, and we're opening up the phone lines 800-585-1051. A week ago, Meek Mill put it on social media that he wanted to ask Kamala Harris 3 questions. So we're taking it away from Meek Mill and asking you, if you could ask Vice President Kamala Harris 1 question, what would it be? 800-585-1051. Let's start with you, Lauren. What would you ask Kamala Harris?
My first question I would ask her is, why did it feel like she just stayed so silent and mute when Biden was the president? Like, what was that, like, instructed to her? Like, did she feel like she had to because VP is normally a backup situation? But like, when I voted for Biden, I voted for Kamala Harris, and I felt like I did that because I was like, all right, he got one of us behind him. So like, when he not doing what he's supposed to be doing, or when somebody not saying what needs to be said, or like being loud about what's happening so that the people know what's going on, as a black woman, I just know, like, we just always step up and do what needs to be done.
But that don't mean that wasn't happening in private.
Right, but in private is different, because I think people, it's politics and all that stuff, but like, it's brand and it's optics at the same time. The optics of it was like, she was silent, she didn't press for certain things. People ask all the time, what did she do, when she was actively doing things? But
even though that's what you want in a vice president, you want your vice president to be quiet.
I feel you, but we were in different times. Like, I think we were in different times, number one, and I think the world is just different now. The way people talk around politics and within politics is different, and just, I don't know, like, I was so excited to see her get in there and just be who she is right now. Like, literally. I kind of, like, in the beginning was like, I don't think she needs to run. Like, I don't think this gonna happen. And now I'm like, yo, we needed her before we needed Biden. Right.
I mean, the one question I would ask is about inflation, right? And the cost of goods and the supply chain has risen so high. I just want to know, how come we are not forecasting what's going on, right? We see everything in the future, right? People plan for years ahead. The feds, adjust interest rates to what they think is going to happen. And with inflation, the way that it's hit and affected people, and people are losing jobs, and people can't afford food, and the prices of food and goods are so expensive. How come we can't forecast that, and what do we do to prevent that?
Right.
Because a lot of people can't eat because they can't afford it. A lot of people have to decide if they're going to eat or pay their rent. A lot of people are going to decide, are they going to eat or be able to take transportation to get to work? And why can't we forecast that? We send billions and billions and billions of dollars to other nations, billions of dollars to other countries, billions of dollars to other things, when we have our own problem. What are we going to do in a 4-year period it can't all be fixed, but to try to prevent as much as possible that we help people. And this has been a problem since I can remember, since I even started looking at politics, that inflation and people not eating. But we find all this money to send to all these foreign countries.
Bro,
but
we be
I feel
dropping
like
out the sky when it's something wrong.
Right, but when it comes to helping our own, what's the problem? Charlamagne, what would you ask?
Oh, I'm not telling y'all what I would ask, because
Are you speaking at the DNC?
I'm not speaking at the DNC, but you probably, I don't know, maybe we'll get a chance to actually have a conversation with her. I mean, it's not like we haven't interviewed her 2 times already. I've interviewed her 3 times in my life. But I mean, what you just said about inflation, what people don't even realize now, or maybe they do, or maybe they don't, or maybe they don't care, I don't know. Inflation is actually down. But it's a handful of big corporations who control the food industry, and they're keeping prices high because they know that they can.
Right.
So what you see now is, you see a lot of these politicians calling them out. You see Democrats and you see Republicans, calling them out. It's just a matter of, who is actually going to make, these corporations, who's actually going to force these corporations to bring down their cost. So I love what we're doing right now, because we're going to the phones and we're actually listening to what the people want to ask, who could potentially be our future leader.
Right.
Hello, who's this?
It's Jeff from East Orange, New Jersey.
Hey, Jeff from Jersey. Talk to us. If you got a chance to ask Vice President Kamala Harris 1 question, what would it be?
I want to know if you know what Jamaica's national dish is.
What?
So with everything going on in the world,
I want to know if you know what Jamaica's national dish is.
Oh, she knows what Jamaica's national dish is.
Yes.
That's what you would ask the president.
You could ask anything in the world, and you would ask about Jamaican's national dish.
Am I missing something?
Yeah, because her Jamaican authenticity is being questioned.
Bro, I know what Jamaica's national dish is.
Is it oxtails?
Ain't no damn oxtails. Aki and saltfish.
Aki and saltfish.
Aki and saltfish, yes.
Oh, that sounds good.
Hey, man, get off my phone. You know what I'm saying? This is why we can't. This is why we don't deserve nice things. This is why.
Now we have, who's this? On line 6. What's your name? Hey, what's your name?
My name Nettie.
Hey, Nettie, good morning. If you could ask Vice President Kamala Harris 1 question, what would it be?
Oh, man.
Nah, DJ Envy, I ain't really into politics, so you called me out on that. I was just calling to say what's up, yeah.
Hey, man, we don't got nobody monitoring the phone. Ain't nobody vetting these calls, man. What's going on, y'all?
I mean, as a person that's not into politics, I feel like that's the people she should be
She
speaking
just called
to.
and say what's
She
up.
gotta
She
be
ain't
nice.
know what's
Yeah, you got to get these people back. These people been asleep. They
Yeah,
been
but I
on
need
the
to
couch.
know. But I want to talk to people who at least are aware enough to want to
that watch
ask me
CNN.
something. You know what I'm saying? Like
or Fox.
Like they don't even know what's going on.
Hello, who's this?
They know what they going through though.
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
This is Courtney from New York.
Courtney from New York. If you had a chance to ask Kamala Harris one question, what would it be?
Well, as an immigration lawyer, the one thing I want to know is what is she going to do to reform our nation's liberal immigration laws? Like right now, the way the law is written, if an alien shows up at the border and say, hey, if I go back home, they're going to kill me or beat me up because I'm light-skinned, the government has to let them into the country to pursue their asylum application. So what is she going to do to reform that law? Right now, the Biden administration has a section 8 CFR 208.33, which basically says you have to call ahead to apply for asylum. And if you don't do it, you're going to be turned away, which is brilliant. So I want to know, what is she going to do to make that regulation law?
Thank you, brother. Now, why we ain't lead with this, brother?
That was a very.
That
I
brother
see what
was
you
on
mean.
hold.
I see what you mean. My
You know what I'm
sister was
saying?
cleaning her kitchen. You heard her. She was cleaning her kitchen. We was on speaker. She said, "I just called to say hey."
I'm going to random people on hold. But 800-585-1051. If you could ask Vice President Kamala Harris one question, what would it be? Call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we have Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess, and we're asking 800-585-1051. If you could ask Vice President Kamala Harris one question, what would it be? Hello, who's this?
Hello, my name is Tolu.
Hey, Tolu. Good morning.
Good morning.
If you could ask Kamala Harris one question, what would it be, sir?
My question is honestly, I just want to make a statement to just please end the genocide in Gaza and give for the two-state solution. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right. But thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
So it would be a statement, not a question. That's what you would say to her? It would be a statement?
Oh, yes, please, because I really want to do what I can to end this war before we start World War III. So I really would appreciate if you pass that along, sir.
Okay, so the two best questions we've had so far are the issues, which we know, border security, Palestine and Israel. And I'm sure that people have questions about the economy. Let's keep going to the phones.
Hello, who's this?
This D. Coop, what's going on, man?
B. Coop, what's up, brother?
Man, Mutt, I want to ask Miss Harris, why is her so big?
Why is what?
Her what?
Where's her neck so big?
Oh,
have a blessed day, man. Yo.
We be always saying what does she do for black people and blah blah blah, and then we call up and ask about the neck.
You know, when I hear calls like that, you know what I think? Build the wall, right? Build the wall for people like that.
Quay, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Quay, good morning. Question: what would you ask Kamala Harris? One question you would ask Kamala Harris.
I would ask her, what is she going to do to regulate inflation for middle class, especially being that the president can't tell a business what they can and cannot charge. So that's what I would want to know.
I like that. It's a good question. It's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alicia, good morning, Alicia.
Good morning.
We're asking 800-585-1051. If you could ask Vice President Kamala Harris one question, what would it be?
I want to know when she's going to come out and talk to the African American people and not give us no twerking or no live streams with these kids.
You said she's going to do what now?
When is she going to come out and speak to the African American people and not pander to us with a little bit of twerking and live streams?
Well, I think that we got to be realistic here and say that has only happened one time. That happened in Atlanta when Megan Thee Stallion performed. She's done about 7 or 8 rallies since then, and there's been no twerking. It's just been her talking to the people. That happened once.
Yeah, but I don't think that wasn't the right way to approach us.
Listen,
especially for me.
I agree with you. I think they should have just had Megan Thee Stallion come out there and, just give a speech, talk to, women's reproductive rights and, women being in control of their bodies.
I don't think.
But we shouldn't.
I don't think she was needed. I think Kamala was needed. I don't think any of them was needed. Even the cast in that performance was unneeded to me.
Well, once again, she's given about 7 or 8 of those same. She's had about 7 or 8 of those same rallies since then, and there ain't been no rappers, there ain't been no twerking, hasn't been none of that. It's just been her.
Well, thank you, Mama. Hello, who's this?
Bree.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, if you could ask Vice President Kamala Harris one question, what would it be?
I would ask her what plans or procedures does she propose to put in place to protect union workers in the future, since, Project 2025 is, and, basically the Republican Party is trying to attack union workers. How would she protect them in the future?
Great question. Mm-hmm. Great question.
All right. Well, thank you, Mama.
No problem.
And please also remember that Donald Trump gutted federal employee unions, too. Just want to throw that out there.
Hello, who's this?
Clark.
Clark, what's up, brother? If you could ask Vice President Kamala Harris one question, what would that one question be, bro?
One question would be, it's a 2-part question, actually. But seeing that Trump did pull all those antics back on January 6th, what would her and Biden's plan to be with the county certifying officials to make sure that we don't get another January 6th happening this time? The second part
there you go.
Question is, Charlamagne, can I get a book?
Yes, I got you on the book, and I think that is a fantastic question to ask, because what I keep telling people over and over is that when November comes around, and let's just say the vice president does win, Donald Trump's cronies all across the country are probably going to refuse to certify the results of an election. He's going to challenge the results of the election. It's going to go to his Supreme Court. And in light of all the recent rulings that the Supreme Court has done, I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to try to overturn the results of this election. So I think that is a fantastic question to ask.
All right. Well, 800-585-1051. What is the moral of the story?
There's no moral of the story. Those are great questions. We need to crowdsource those. There was about 6 or 7 great questions, right? That I'm sure that after the convention and Kamala Harris, but the vice president starts doing interviews, she will be asked those things.
What's going to be the first platform you think she hits?
It's a good question. I don't know. I really don't. She put something out on her YouTube yesterday, though, with her and Tim Walz. They were having a conversation, but I haven't seen that really pick up any traction.
She can't do that.
Yeah.
It can't be her and no person to push back.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know who her first hit will be.
All right. Well, we got Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up. What are we talking about?
Yes, we do. We are going to get into Matthew Perry. There were people arrested following his death.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yes.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Jess Hilarious. Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess Hilarious. Jess is on maternity leave. She didn't have that baby yet, right?
Not that I know of. She was having contractions yesterday, though.
Yeah, I seen her.
Saw her in the. She was in the doctor's office dancing to Not Like Us while she was having contractions.
Yeah.
But yeah, salute to our good sister Jess Hilarious. And I want to tell everybody in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, my hometown, tomorrow I got my 9th annual back to school drive and fish fry from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We got the free backpacks out there, the free haircuts, free fried fish. Okay, I got the Mini Mart Caribbean Grocery. They'll be out there with the Jamaican food truck with the free Jamaican food and all that good stuff. A lot of local vendors will be on site. So from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Berkeley High School student parking lot, my 9th annual back to school drive and fish fry. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.
That's right. And if you're in the tri-state area, I bring my car show to New York. It's the 6th annual car show. And I can't wait to see you guys. All types of cars. I know we got cars from Cardi B, French Montana, Offset, A Boogie, 50 Cent, Cash Cobain, Bass Swag, and we do everything for the kids. So there's a kid zone with jumpies, rides, obstacle courses, face painting. All kids, if you're there, you get free haircuts. We'll be giving away backpacks for school. So I can't wait to see you guys. It's a family fun day. So bring your parents, bring your aunts, bring your nephews, your nieces, and your kids. We're going to have a lot of fun. So
absolutely.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Oh, and you know what else I want to salute? I want to salute South Carolina State University. Drop one of Clues Bonds for South Carolina State University. You know, I have my Ford Family Scholarship Foundation set up at South Carolina State University. That's my mother's alma mater.
Yep.
And the National Alumni Association, they recently announced the first 2 recipients of my Ford Family Foundation scholarship. So I want to say congratulations to Kiaja Branch.
Nice.
Okay. And Talia Taylor.
Are they from South Carolina, or they could be from anywhere?
Okay. They both from South Carolina, Orangeburg and Columbia, respectively.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Now we got Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up. What are we talking about?
We do. We're going to get into Matthew Perry. They made arrests. They arrested 4 people and charged them with conspiracy to distribute ketamine for his death. So we're going to have a conversation about that.
Now Matthew Perry was
Friends actor.
Was found dead in his pool.
Yeah, I think it was his jacuzzi. But yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies, She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So I want to update. When we came into this rumor, I said that 4 people have been arrested. They have been charged. So those arrests will happen soon. So basically, you guys remember Matthew Perry, who Friends actor, he drowned in his jacuzzi. It came out when they did the toxicology report that he had drugs in his system. He had a drug called ketamine in his system. So the people that were arrested were 2 medical doctors, Matthew Perry's assistant that lived with him, and a woman that calls herself the ketamine queen. So they were charged with conspiracy to distribute ketamine, distribution of ketamine resulting in death and bodily injury. And some of those people now are facing anywhere from 15 to 25 years for this. So Matthew Perry had been getting ketamine infused therapy for anxiety and depression. But when he passed away and they did the toxicology report, they determined that, number one, the last therapy session he had was like a week and a half prior to his death. So there was no way that the recent drugs were from that treatment. It had to be something new. So that triggered the investigation to figure out, like, who was selling him the drugs, who's responsible. So from this, now you have multiple agencies that do a search warrant. They go through people's computers, phones. They're all throughout, these people's homes. And they find a bunch of different stuff. They find text messages, and some of the text messages, they're actually talking about selling him the drugs, how much he would spend, the day that Matthew Perry actually passed away. The ketamine queen texted some people and said, delete our texts. We have a brief clip from the presser I want you guys to hear.
Following Mr. Perry's death in October of last year, law enforcement, my office, and our partners represented on this stage began an in-depth, wide-ranging investigation. That investigation has revealed a broad, underground criminal network responsible for distributing large quantities of ketamine to Mr. Perry and others. This network included a live-in assistant, various go-betweens, 2 medical doctors, and a major source of drug supply known as, quote, the ketamine queen. We charged 5 defendants in this matter. These defendants took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction issues to enrich themselves. Over 2 months, from September to October 2023, they distributed approximately 20 vials of ketamine to Mr. Perry in exchange for $55,000 in cash.
Jesus.
I always wondered, I'm glad you said that, though, because I always wondered, how did they find the drug dealers? Like, how did they track the drugs back to the dealers?
They track it back. Yeah, they track it back. So when the charges come down, first of all, when a death like this happens, especially a big celebrity, they begin to track it back. Who was he talking to? Somebody had to be supplying them, because Matthew Perry isn't just popping up and going and doing certain things, right? And once they track it back, there's trails. So you get the assistant's records. The assistant is having conversations with people. Like, they had a drug broker in this. I've never heard of that. That's some rich stuff.
Has this always been happening, or is this a new thing? Because back in the day, you heard of people overdosing, but you never heard about the dealers getting arrested.
I always felt like I've only heard about it when it comes to celebrities. Like, I know that happened with Mac Miller. Like, I've only ever heard about it when it comes to celebrities. I don't know how this works for regular people, but...
Well, not only that, with the assistant, because if you're addicted to drugs and you want that drug, whether my assistant gets it or I'm going to drive out and get it myself, you want that drug, right? Or was she making profit off of it, or
they were making profit off of it, but yes, he wanted it. But the way that the police are kind of positioning this is like he was going through a really tough time between, I think it was like September and October. And during that time, so from September to October 28, 2023, which is when he passed away, he was going through a really tough addiction time, and they took advantage of it. That's how they're positioning it. So they wanted to find out like who took advantage, what was sold to him, and the ketamine queen lady, I believe her first name is pronounced Jasvine. She actually sold him the fatal dose of the ketamine, the one that actually killed him. From what they're saying,
she got charged with murder.
So I know she can face up to 25 years. I'm not for sure like how that goes into murder and like how the charges are. The only charges I saw were the two I announced in the beginning. But when the charges came down, of course they were arrested then. They're not arrested now. They bonded out. But she pleaded not guilty to the charges. So
it's also the drug that excites authorities, right? Like fentanyl, ketamine, those are the things they go after, right?
Oh yeah, and let me tell you, when they went in Sis' house, the ketamine queen, she had like so much in her house. So they found 80 vials of ketamine, thousands of whatever of meth, pills, coke, Xanax, and other drug paraphernalia. Like they found, and even her text messages.
And I don't know much about those drugs. What is ketamine? Do you sniff it? Do you take it? Do you inhale it?
So ketamine,
do you give yourself a shot? What is it?
It's infused in different things, but the biggest thing that you would know ketamine for is like people use it when they're putting you under for anesthesia. So what they're saying is Matthew Perry was actually taking enough that like it was the same amount that you would use when you're going under like a low level of like anesthesia. Like,
gotcha.
So it's kind of, and that's why they're saying like he took it, he was in his pool or his jacuzzi, he went out and then he drowned.
Gotcha.
They got rectal ketamine too.
Did you Google that, or did you already you knew that in your mind?
Does he know about that already?
Yeah, like
you've tried it before.
I knew that.
You tried it before.
That?
They call it a plugging drug.
You used it before?
Okay.
I'm not making this up. You can look it up.
I know, but did you use it before?
I trust your sources because I'm sure they're pretty close to your rectal.
No, that's why I don't try to educate Negroes. Build a wall. Build the wall.
You mad we don't want to learn about rectal plugs?
I'm just adding to the conversation.
Have you used it before? Do they put one finger to like how they put it up there?
Build the wall.
Well, we're gonna go.
Can we build the wall? Okay, build the wall already. Right.
You let it back it up to that wall.
Right.
Thank God people don't overdose on crack is the moral of the story.
Can you? I don't know.
I also feel like that was just dark.
What?
I'm
sure you can overdose on crack.
I feel like you can overdose on any drug, right?
Let me see how big this wall should be.
Yes, you can overdose on. I'm sure.
I don't get into drugs and I never sold drugs, so I don't know.
Should I do 2 walls?
2 walls.
I just one big one for both of y'all.
No, two up.
Build the wall, man.
We're already matching.
Can my wall be like the walls in a loft so I can put like really good photos on them? I do a lot of photo shoots.
Can I have a glass wall so I can see out?
I don't want to talk. It's enough.
All right. Well, Charlamagne, who would you like to give your donkey to this morning?
I'm coming back to back.
Okay.
You like
back to back.
Everything with you is about the back today.
Talking about anal plugging and all. Let's go.
Red, throw on some Beat King. Let's see what that back do.
Back that ass up. Play Juvenile next. I'll wait for you to pull Juvenile up.
Hey, man.
What you want to talk about? Let's go back to the back.
Build that wall so he can throw you one and give you a wall.
Please.
No,
Okay.
I'm not growing up. I'm not growing up.
We need Judge Kenneth King to come to the front of the conversation again. Yes.
He doubled down?
No, he didn't double down, but there's an update into the story and the situation. He's the judge in Detroit who put that poor 16-year-old girl in handcuffs and jail clothes just because she fell asleep on a damn field trip. But there's an update on the story. We'll talk about it when we come back.
All right, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Some donkey today just saw themselves.
I've been watching Charlamagne. I was ready for you.
I'm a donkey.
I never heard of donkey the other day. What is it?
I'm a donkey.
Say it again, Charlamagne.
I'm a donkey.
Yes, you are a donkey.
So I'll show you how to act a donkey.
Everything that Charlamagne is saying is true.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Friday, August 16th. Back to back goes to Judge Kenneth King. Okay, again. Now, yesterday I gave Judge Kenneth King Donkey of the Day because there was a young 16-year-old girl who was on a field trip in his courtroom and she kept falling asleep. So because she kept falling asleep on a field trip, this fool, Judge Kenneth King, ordered her to wear jail clothes and handcuffs for no reason at all. Okay? Can we play the original news report from ABC 7 New York, please?
One thing you'll learn about my courtroom
is that I am not a toy. I am not to be played with.
What started out as an informational field trip with the Greening of Detroit nonprofit Tuesday to the 36th District Court in front of Judge King quickly turned into Judge King getting visibly agitated over a sleeping student in his courtroom.
You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm putting you in the back, understood?
Judge King had her removed from the courtroom, but he told me that didn't fix her, quote, attitude. And that's when he pulled out the jail uniform and handcuffs. King says he was trying to teach the teenager a lesson on behavior and respect in court.
I haven't been disrespected like that in a very long time.
He then threatened the girl with jail time.
I'm going to go to sleep tonight while you're sitting in the juvenile detention facilities.
Was I really going to do that? Probably not. Could I have? Probably so.
Legendary sucker status, Judge Kenneth King. Fragile ego. Disrespected? You got disrespected because she was tired? What you mad for? Lead with love, not fear, fool. Yesterday, I said this man showed no empathy for this 16-year-old young lady. If she kept falling asleep in court, clearly something is wrong. Instead of jumping to, she's not respecting me, and she needs to know this is nothing to play with. This is not a joke. Instead of jumping to all that, how about find out what's wrong? Show some compassion, some concern. And I said yesterday that we don't know what this young lady is dealing with. The example I gave was she might be the oldest sibling who had to stay up all night watching her younger siblings because her mom, who was a single parent, had to work all night. That's the example I gave. Well, guess what? Her mother, Latori Till, drop on the clues bombs for Latori Till, who was extremely distraught and rightfully so. She gave a statement to ABC7 and spoke to why her daughter kept falling asleep in court. Let's listen.
That mom says she was horrified to see her daughter in handcuffs and says Judge King didn't have the full story.
Would you want someone to treat your child like that? Would you even treat your child like that if he fell asleep in the courtroom?
Latoria Hill is a single mother of 2 children, including her oldest daughter, Eva Goodman. She signed her up for a summer program with the Greening of Detroit nonprofit to keep her busy. What was supposed to be an educational field trip to 36th District Court Tuesday turned into a traumatizing experience for both of them. Judge Kenneth King, not liking Eva's attitude and seeing her falling asleep, placing her in handcuffs and a jail uniform. Latoria says Eva was falling asleep because the family does not have a permanent residence at the moment. They're just trying to make ends meet.
I'm a single mother. I'm trying my best. So the fact that he was talking about you go home and get in your bed, how do you know my baby got a home? How do you know my baby got a bed, her own bed that she can sleep in? She don't have that right now.
Line Judge Kenneth King up for the fade, man. Okay? If there's one thing people in this country going to do, is criminalize poverty and blackness, all right? Single mother didn't have a place to stay. Mother doing her best, trying to do her best for her daughter. That's why this situation pisses me off. Because Judge Kenneth King is black. Okay, this young girl is black. How you don't see your daughter in this young girl? Your niece, your little sister. I just don't understand how humans don't recognize the humanity in other people. Okay, as soon as I heard this story, I said to myself, there's no way in hell that young girl was falling asleep over and over for no reason. Then this judge had the nerve to say he wants to mentor the young girl, and he reached out to the family. Nah, bro. Like I said yesterday, why would she want you as a mentor when you have already shown you don't care about what she may be going through? Now, I also said yesterday that there should be consequences and repercussions for the trauma Judge Kenneth King caused this young lady. I don't know, what that would look like. I don't know if it would be suspended without pay, removed from the bench. I don't know what discipline would look like in this situation. I actually want the young lady's family to sue. They should be compensated. Okay, Judge Kenneth King should be disciplined, and this young lady should be compensated. Well, one of those things has happened. Judge Kenneth King has been removed from the bench. Let's go back to ABC7 for the report, please.
We begin tonight with a Detroit judge off the bench after sparking outrage across the country.
7 News Detroit broke that story that led to the removal of Judge Kenneth King. The teen he punished for falling asleep in his courtroom during a field trip ended up in handcuffs and jail clothes.
Well, tonight her mom is speaking out about the action taken against the judge and the impact of all this on her daughter.
So now Judge King is temporarily removed from the docket, and that teenager's mom says it's the first step in their own sense of justice.
Don't play with an upset mother. Because you told my daughter don't play with you in your courtroom, and so you can't play with the citizens of Detroit and an upset mother.
Detroit police also do confirm that Judge King has been receiving death threats, and they are investigating. In Detroit, I'm Ruth Olsenaida, 7 News Detroit.
Man, drop on the clues bombs for that man being removed. Okay, good.
They might have a case there.
They definitely got a case.
What is it? Mental distress or
emotional distress? Yes. He needs to be removed, okay? If your ego is that fragile that a young woman falling asleep in your courtroom on a field trip causes you to put her in handcuffs and jail clothes, then you don't need to be a judge. I also don't understand how he was able to do that when this young lady didn't even commit any kind of crime. Like, he had the nerve to say, I wanted this to look and feel very real to her, even though there's probably no real chance of me putting her in jail. Okay? Judge Kenneth King will continue to get paid while he is off the bench. I don't think he should get paid. I think that he should be removed without pay, because I want this removal from the bench to feel very real to him, even though there's probably no real chance of him getting fired. Listen, the moral of the story is empathy is the most essential quality of civilization. And Judge Kenneth King, you are moving quite uncivilized. Please give Judge Kenneth King the biggest hee-haw again. Matter of fact, let Remy Ma give him the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
And Latoroy, what's her name? What's the mom's name? Latoroy Till. Did I pronounce that right? Oh, yes, Latoroy Till. Now, y'all be setting up GoFundMe for all kind of stupid stuff. Latoroy Till, you need to set up some type of GoFundMe or something.
For sure.
You know
I was just
what I mean?
thinking that. Like, I wonder who's going to hit her up and try to just help out.
I would, right now. I would absolutely throw her something. 100%. Latoroy Till, she needed to set up a GoFundMe because, you know, it pains me to hear when she said the judge told her, I'm going to sleep good in my bed tonight. And she said she don't even got a bed to go home to sleep in. Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Come on, man.
Jesus. All right. Well, thank you for the donkey of the day. Now, when we come back, Lauren LaRosa behind the scene was talking cornball behavior. Now, where did this come from?
So this came from a couple things that I seen online. So I had saw a video of Lala Milan. You guys know, the Instagram influencer, actress, comedian. Her son's father posted a video. I don't know if they're still together or not, but he had posted a video and he was live in the video or whatever. He didn't post it. He was live, and people were asking him, how did they meet and how did they go down, and did she slide in his DMs or vice versa? And he was like, no, she slid in mine. And he turned his phone to the camera to show the DM and then to show like where the conversation came from. She had like slid in his DM after like he posted a video of him like doing something with basketball or whatever. And I'm like, that's so corny. Like, why the world, like, if she slid in your DM or whatever, like, why the world gotta know that? And what point you trying to prove and why? So, and a lot of people were upset. Like, there were a lot of women like, yo, men will embarrass you. This is the sassiest thing I ever seen. And we also saw that this week with Kehlani's kid's father, who posted text messages between them. Now, his was a little different, because he was doing that to basically show or attempt to show that what she was alleging of him was not true. So I think that there's a fine line between sassy and I might need to protect myself a little bit, allegedly.
Okay, so what's the question? 800-585-1051. What's the question?
Why ain't nobody in her DMs? That's what Lauren wanted
Who
to know.
DMs?
Shut up, man.
Oh,
Baby, what you know what's going on over here?
I didn't even say nothing.
You did.
You did just say something.
You don't even remember.
I said that out loud.
It's like man math. Like, you don't remember what you just said?
I said something for real.
Did he say
what's the question?
Because if you can you can hear.
You gotta learn to ignore him. What's the question?
The question is it corny for a man to screenshot and expose your DMs, whether y'all together or not, but especially after y'all not together?
All right, let's discuss when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess. And if you're just joining us, she was talking cornball behavior. Now, Lauren LaRosa, what were you talking about cornball behavior?
So there is a video from a few days ago of Lala Milan's kid's father, and he was live and people were asking him questions about the relationship. And the conversation went to who slid in whose DM. So he revealed that she slid in his DM, and not only did he just say it, which I would have been fine with, he turned his phone to show her like the DM. And it's like, why did you have to do that? Like, that's corny. Why did you have to do that? And then we know this week Kehlani's kid's father also posted some screenshots to, you know, try and clear his name amongst the paperwork that was filed against him in court. So people are online, like, you know, posting screenshots, no matter the situation, is sassy behavior.
So that's what you feel?
I don't feel like that. I feel like if it's a situation, like, I got a brother. So if my brother is in a relationship with somebody and it go left and things are being claimed or whatever, and he, you know what I mean, he feels as if he needs to speak out and clear whatever or do whatever with screenshots to speak on his own behalf, do that. But I do feel like if we are dating or we are not dating or we've done whatever together and you out showing phone conversations and then posting it, that's corny. It's like,
yeah, I think all
you
of
shouldn't
that's
kiss
corny.
and tell.
I think screenshots are corny. I think sharing voice notes is corny. Like, it's funny you bring that up because I was talking about this yesterday. Like, the stuff people be flexing with on social media, it's like, I could flex if I wanted to. I'm just saying, like, with screenshots and voice notes based on who hits me up. But it's just like, why? Like, I just don't understand the point. What is the purpose? Now, to what you said about, if you're trying to protect yourself, yeah, for evidence. But just to be showing stuff for show and tell, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't think she was talking about screenshots of a conversation with a celebrity. I think it was more of people protecting themselves, right?
But okay, so to the point, right? There's an element of that because I didn't know who he was before Lala Milan popped out with him, and maybe some people did, but I know I didn't, and I know in my group chats we all were like, where did she find him at?
I don't understand the point of him showing people that, because who is he proving it to?
But who's he proving it to? But also too, it kind of gives like, she got this audience, and she got this whatever, so you knew this was going to be a conversation. It's like, is that what that's what you
everybody
aiming for?
wants attention. Yes, it just feels like,
and I don't know, but it was given that you want the attention. Like, why would you? I'm confused.
And I'm not speaking to him specifically. I'm just speaking in general. If you have a social media platform, 9 times out of 10 you have it because you want attention. Like, why else would you have an Instagram page? Why else would you have a Facebook? Why else would you have a Twitter? When you post things, you want to get as much attention as possible. When you go live, you don't want to just be talking to 5 people. You want a bunch of people to see it.
But you and I both know, even if somebody posts a screenshot, people are going to believe what they want to believe regardless. Because if you post a screenshot, they'll be like, you doctored the screenshot. If you post a video, they'll say it's AI. It's not really that person. You doctored things. People are going to believe what they want to believe. And what people has to stop doing is stop trying to prove themselves to people who don't give a F.
That's what I be saying. Like, who are you trying to prove something to?
It don't matter.
Like, that's what I be wondering. Like, who are you trying to prove something to? You got you and Lala together. You know how it happened.
Right.
Why do you got to convince everybody?
And that's my point. It's like, carry it. I feel like it's way more attractive when. Oh, that's a lie. It's way more attractive when you hold it down. Like, nobody needs to know what happened between closed doors. They know what happened. They got a baby together. We know something happened. We obviously know that. So. He was getting ate up online.
But this is a
they
horrible.
Were calling him sassy.
It's a horrible place recently where it's like, I feel like men don't be menning anymore. Like, grown men are tape conversations and put it out. Grown men are screenshot stuff and put it out. Men are not menning anymore, and it is crazy to me. And
men are not
it.
menning anymore. Men ain't never really been men though. If we being honest, we keep saying that, but honestly, man, men been bitches for a long time.
Right.
By the way, I don't even like to say men been bitches, because when you say bitches, you think women. I know way more thorough women than I do men. I know way more thorough women that I know will hold it down. They're not going to share no screenshots. Ain't going to share no voice notes. They not doing none of that. The women I be around way more thorough than some of these dudes I be knowing. Okay, that's just the reality of the situation.
But how do men feel when that happens to y'all? Like, I mean, I don't. You guys, y'all are different because you guys are married.
I think it's like
just in like a work situation or like whatever. Like,
it's like he said, it's legendary sucker status. I'll never look at that person the same or anything that he does the same, because I know where his heart is. You know what I mean? It's just certain rules that it's the man code. It's just certain things you don't want to do because you don't want sucker behavior. And when you see sucker behavior, you just don't respect it.
I've had people, you have a phone conversation. I've had somebody record me on a phone conversation. I'm thinking we having a conversation. By the way, I didn't even really know this dude like that, but we're having a conversation and he put it up online. I'm like, why do people think that's okay? So that's why you don't answer the phone for everybody. Right. That's why you don't return everybody's text message. Correct. Because people are using all of this for content nowadays.
My manager always say to me, call, don't text that, call. And
don't matter.
Like, for real.
I wouldn't even call anymore. I'm not talking to nobody I really don't have no business talking to. How about that? That's what you got managers for. That's what you got agents for. That's why you got to be buffers. Yeah. And back in the day, I used to think people was mad bougie for doing that. Yes. Now I totally understand why you got mad buffers.
And people don't understand when you be like, hey, let me send you this email to talk to this person, because them buffers they save you from a lot. But in a relationship, I feel like if I'm supposed to, like, maybe Lala Milan don't care about this. I haven't seen anything from her as of now, but if she does care, I know for me, I would have been like, that's corny, bro. Like, why did you?
Right. Well, let's go to the phone lines. A lot of people on the line. We got Sarah on the line. Sarah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's your thoughts? You think it's corny?
Yeah, because, like, why would you sit here and try to expose somebody now? Like, if you're in a relationship with somebody, they're completely out of line. I don't know. In today's dating pool, it's weird. I mean, it's almost like back in the day when a guy be like, oh, I got your number, this and the third, but some stuff go down in the film.
You know what it is? You know what it feel like? It feel like Smell My Finger.
What?
Because even back then, Smell My Finger was corny, too. You know what I'm saying? You a guy, you get a little finger, then you run to all the other dudes. Smell my finger, smell my finger. That's what it feel like when you just showing off screenshots. That's like the digital smell my finger. It don't feel like that?
I mean, I get what you're saying. Yes. I think that was before me.
How old are you? All right.
846.
585-10. 800-585-1005.
Why you act like you didn't know? You act like that ain't never happened to you. You ain't never had a homeboy run up on you and say, smell my finger, he just fingered the girl?
I'm laughing because it's been so long, but I was like...
But that's the equivalent of that.
You know how nasty we are? We smell it too.
But that's my point.
That's like, what was wrong with us?
But that's the equivalent of that. So it's like humans have been doing this type of stuff. That was corny.
585-1051. We're talking about, is this corny behavior or not cornball behavior? If you share screenshots, let's discuss this. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about cornball behavior. Now, this comes from where?
Lala Milan's kid's dad went online and was talking about, I guess, how they met, and people were asking who shot the shot at who, and he started talking about how she shot her shot at him first in the DM, and then proceeded to show the DM. And it's just it's too much sass for me.
People in the chat, Tron Hearn says nobody's business ain't everybody's business. People want validation from others and not keeping it P. Matthew McFool says I ain't got time for this. Okay. Silver Nexus says depends on the nature of the screenshot and the value of the recipient. I agree with that.
Well, let's go to the phone lines.
What does that mean though? The value of the recipient.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe the value of who you're showing it to. Or who I don't know.
Well, hello, who's this?
This is Jordan from Port City.
Jordan, good morning. What's your thoughts, Jordan?
Look, now, I will say this. Men doing it is kind of we shouldn't. But women have no right to even complain about it because they do it way more than we do. I mean, it's a day go by where a woman is blasting a man by being in her DMs.
Damn.
It depends on the woman you dealing with, because I'm not blasting nobody via DM, and I'm also not
nobody in your DM.
When certain
people do
it, and I know like when girls get DM'd by certain people, they also post that too. I think that's corny as well.
I think it's corny. I think it's corny when people blast the DMs. I think it's corny when a guy spends money on something. Maybe like he just bought me this. I think all that's corny.
Because it also gives.
Hold on, you think it's corny when a guy says he just bought me this?
No, when a girl be like, "Yo,"
that's not what you just said. You just said.
Lauren, did you know what I meant?
Just said when a guy.
We were talking about guys and girls DMs.
You said when a guy says.
You so
I think
childish.
It's corny when a guy says he just bought me this.
You so
That's
childish.
what you just said.
He said like, okay, relax.
That's what you said.
Yo, he want me to be gay so bad.
No, you want to be gay so bad.
How about it's a communal thought? You both want each other to be gay so bad.
That man want that rectal ketamine.
Were you guys each other's first?
And you want to
What's wrong with you, man? You got a problem, man.
Yo.
You have a serious problem. Hello, who's this?
How you doing, man? This is G from Columbia, South Carolina.
803 Metro, what's happening?
Turn your radio down, G. What's your thoughts, brother?
Well, personally, me, I don't think it's corny to, you know what I'm saying, show your DMs unless your intentions of doing so is like to expose somebody, man or woman, you know what I'm saying? But just showing your DMs just for, you know what I'm saying, just because you want to, I don't see no problem with that.
But why are you showing them to people? I guess, if somebody DMs me something and I want somebody to see what that person actually said to me because we're having a discussion about it amongst each other, that's different. But just to show the world on Instagram Live, look how we hooked up. She slid in my DM, see the message? I don't understand the point of that, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think a lot of times we try to prove innocence or guilty or prove what we're doing to a bunch of people that don't give a
damn about us.
We don't even know who they look, who they are. We don't even know what they look like. We don't even know if they bots. They could be in their mama's basement, but we try to prove to a bunch of people. I think we have to stop that because who cares anyway?
And I think too, like even if Lala talks about this and she don't care, because some women be like, "Yeah, I slid his DM," like you know what I mean? They don't care. I can understand that too, and then I don't know if that justifies it to some people. I still would look at him but still though, like,
you know, people share messages when you look at somebody's story and they see you looking at their story, they'll post it. Oh, look who just looked at my story.
Yes.
And a lot of times it can be an accident.
I get on my friends about that all the time when they send people's stories and stuff to our group chats. I'd be like, yo, screen record. I don't want to be on the interviews.
I saw a cornball do that to me the other day, and I said, I promise you, I was not looking at your story. I was going through my stories. And I'm clicking, and it just kept going. Like I did not mean to look at any of your stories.
Yo, or like when
happens all the time.
When you trying to ignore somebody, and then like you going through and you accidentally click their story. It's like, oh, I know they saw me now.
You know what's the worst, man? When you following somebody who you know is a hater. You know what I'm saying? You didn't always think they was a hater, but then you realize they're a hater. And so when you accidentally click their stories, and then they put you on blast about it. And you start to unfollow them, but then you like, damn.
Now I feel like I'm giving it too much energy if I unfollow him.
I can't unfollow him because I want him to see this shine. I want him to still always keep seeing me win.
Or if you like somebody's picture by accident, or if you follow somebody by accident, that's happened to me, and then they show like it's just stupid. I did the other day, but anyway, what's the moral of the story?
I don't know. Lauren came up with this topic because ain't nobody in her DM.
The moral of the story is keep your DMs in the DM. That's it. Like, don't nobody got nothing to prove, and it's way more attractive when you hold it down.
Okay.
Somebody said you got that from Drake.
I did.
But you gave credit. That's why I don't understand why the person on the chat said that. Person on the chat said she got that from Drake. She said she got it from Drake.
She did say that.
Yes.
All right. When we come back, we got Past the Aux with Nala, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is holding it down for Jess.
Yes,
and now it's time for Pass the Aux.
Go.
Say go DJ, 'cause that's my DJ.
Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
What up, Nala?
What's up, guys?
Big Nyla, NYLA. What's happening?
Nothing much. Lauren, I like your energy here.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say that. You've been doing a really good job.
Thank you,
But does she look like Lauren London?
Oh, my goodness.
Why y'all still doing that?
That's what she said.
That's not what she said. She clarified.
People mistake her for Lauren London on Facebook.
She said, wait, hold on. Can we talk about this?
I just wanted to know the truth. Because I know he'll put his own little razzle-dazzle on it. And I just like, all right, what was really said?
I'm just telling you what happened. She turned around and said she looked like Ray J.
Okay, Nunu.
It ain't me. I leave
you
it to the people.
You can be the Nunu of the radio station.
I ain't
we don't have one.
I let the people decide.
No, you can't be Nunu nowhere.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I forgot. That's Lotto. But all right. So let's get into the music. I want to start with this R&B artist out of Atlanta named Akia. I think I'm saying it right. She has this record called Soft Girl Era that I really like. Man, my Soft Girl Era.
I need to listen to that.
It's a vibe.
That's fire.
All right.
I'm in my Soft Girl era too. I've been there for like 2-3 years.
Oh, really?
We know Charlene.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I feel like we had this conversation when Summer Walker dropped her EP last year.
I've been on my Soft Girl era.
You told me there is no such thing as a Soft Girl era.
Not for y'all.
Not for us.
No, he really told me that. There's no such thing as a Soft Girl era.
I identify as a woman. This is ours.
You can identify what you want. That's right.
Exactly.
You can claim it.
How
Go
dare
whatever
y'all.
bath you want to go
How
to.
dare y'all claim our era.
Boo, do you.
You know what? Shout out Section 80. Shout out to Barry. I'm a fan. Next, I want to go with Mez and Isaiah Rashad with Hot Spot.
That made me want to add it to my playlist. I like that one.
I hear a little more.
I gotta hear that loud.
I hear a little more.
Okay. The first one was like an R&B record. The second one, the Mez and Isaiah, that one's probably more for the hipsters. And then this last one is a rap record by No Cap. He just dropped his album today, but he has a ladies record on there, which I really like, called One More Summer.
I like that.
Fire.
I like that.
it?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I wish I could understand what he was saying more, but I like the vibe and the energy.
He has an accent. He's from Alabama.
Ain't the accent.
Oh.
Ain't the accent.
What is it?
It sounds like he's slurring. I can't. It's like.
But you like it.
I like the melody. It's like a good vibe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just enunciate.
All
I'm
right.
always here for a gentle thug.
Yeah, that's what it's
that's
giving.
my vibe.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's No Cap. His new album just dropped, so make sure you guys tap into that. I think all three of these records were a certified vibe. R&B, rap, hipster stuff. We got it all on the playlist, so make sure you guys check it out. You can click the link in bio on Instagram at Nyla Simone, NYLASYMONEEE. And I actually just interviewed Mez on my podcast, We Need to Talk. That's WNTTLK on all platforms. So make sure you guys tap in, tune in, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you want to stream.
When's the next certified vibe?
Next Certified Vibe is in September. We're having our 1-year anniversary, so we're going to make it a little special.
You know who you got on deck?
Well, I'm not ready to announce.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Big Nyla, not the
you,
little
Nyla.
one. Never the little one.
Never.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. We throw it back on a Friday. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is holding it down for Jess. And I just got to remind you guys, tomorrow is my car show. It's my 6th annual car show, and I can't wait to see you guys. There's a lot of activities going on. We got race cars, old cars, exotic cars, celebrity cars, rides, games, and stuff for kids. Kids 5 and under are free. There's free parking. Kids all in the building will get free haircuts. So I can't wait to see you guys. We do it each and every year, and I'm super duper excited. I'm about to head over there now to start doing today's loading day, to load in all that stuff. So can't wait to see you guys. Shreveport was amazing, and this one's going to be even bigger. Now, this week in Charlamagne, you also going to be out South Carolina, right?
Yes, tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Moncks Corner, South Carolina, my hometown. I will be at Berkeley High School for my 9th annual back-to-school drive and fish fry. You know we do it every year. Been doing it every year for the last 9 years, man. So we got the free backpacks for you, the free haircuts. I got to salute Fanatics. Fanatics provided us a lot of free backpacks, and what I like that Fanatics provided us backpacks that are Carolina themed. So you know it's North Carolina and the Gamecocks, the Hornets, a lot of different teams from the Carolinas. So salute to them. My dad will be out there frying the fish, and we got the Mini Mart Caribbean Grocery and Cuisine. They'll be out there with their food truck providing the free Jamaican food, man. So from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Berkeley High School student parking lot. Come out there and get your free backpack and your free school supplies, man. Courtesy of your friendly neighborhood bad guy.
I know that's right.
Me.
I know that's right.
And salute to all my people's third eye awareness that be holding me down, and the ROTC that holds me down at Berkeley High School. You know, they volunteer to help us, you know, make all of this stuff go. So thank you.
All right. When we come back, positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa's holding it down for Jess.
Yes,
it's time for the positive note. You got some positivity?
Yes, man. We was talking about empathy earlier, and I really just want to stress empathy, man. Meryl Streep has a great quote, and that quote is, "The great gift of human beings is that we have the power of empathy." Practice it. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?